Thanks for the support as a channel member, Toreth. Well, you've asked me enough times over the years to suit up for a cup final, so here you go, suited up for a cup final. As ever, with it being a cup final, we are putting this out on the channel as a YouTube premiere, so if you are watching this live when it first comes out, say hello down in the chat, and of course, if you enjoy being in a chat, I'm streaming on Twitch later today as well, as I do every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday and Sunday, twitch.tv/LOLLUJO from 8 PM UK time. It would be awesome to see you coming along for that as well. And if you're watching on the replay, you should still come to Twitch. Twitch is great. Now let's go and win the FA Cup. And with it, a domestic league and cup double, which is insane. Hello and welcome to part 146 of Bourne Again. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have that FA Cup final against Manchester United. Is this our third FA Cup final in a row? Yes, it's our third FA Cup final in a row. Our fourth in 8 years. No, fourth in 7 years. Wembley is our home. We're used to these FA Cup finals. The only problem is we've lost more of them than we've won. So let's even the score on that, win for the second time in 3 years and win a double. Imagine winning a double with your first ever league title. That would be fantastic. Before we get into the game itself though, there's been a couple of the end of season award things that have come out. We've won far fewer of them than we normally do. Bakita was third for the Golden Glove. We didn't get anybody for Golden Boot or Player of the Year or Young Player of the Year or anything like that this time around. I did win Manager of the Year though, which is very nice. And we did dominate the PFA Team of the Year with Bakita in goal, Galaducci, Diaz, Da Silva and Arango, our back four as the back four, Cook and Jackie as the wingers, and Gomez as the striker. So just the three non-Bourne players forcing their way in. And I think that does tell you a lot about our team as well. We're defensively very strong. Our back four is great. Our wingers are fantastic. We've got a great striker. If we could fix that middle bit, we'd win the Champions League. And we might just be getting there with Addo and Steinman and Bonilla and Sarmiento. We maybe just need one more world-class upgrade in there this summer. We've got £73 million to spend. We've managed to get our transfer debt down to a very manageable 75 million. We're in the black for the first time in years. I'm going to try not to use the Never Never this summer. Obviously, we'll talk about this more on the transfer special tomorrow, but I'm going to try not to use the Never Never and just go out and spend £70 million on a world-class midfielder who can maybe also provide us some cover at right back. That's what I'm thinking. That's the plan right now. Let me know down in the comments if your plan would be different, but we could kind of use some cover at right back. We need some real quality in there. If you can play centre back as well and maybe cover in goal, I'm going to spend too much money again, aren't I? Let's worry about that tomorrow. For now, let's play the FA Cup final. This is the team we're putting out there. It's a very familiar team. For those of you who watched the last few episodes, it's the team that have largely been involved in the season-ending run-in, although we have given Soma the nod over Gomez today, because Gomez, I think Soma's a better striker. And I think we'll learn that more and more as time goes on now. Soma finally up to good English. Once he becomes fluent, I think he'll score 30 goals next year. I'm putting that prediction out there now. So we're going with Bakita in goal, a back four of Galaducci, Da Silva, Diaz and Arango, Bonilla at the base of the midfield, Steinman and Addo ahead of him, Cook, Jackie and Soma as the front three. Let's get into the game. Remember, Manchester United were top of the league for most of the season. They were well clear at one point, and then they had a bit of a wobble around April time, but they are completely unwobbled now. They beat Southampton 8-0 in the league not so long ago. So they are going to be tough opposition, because without their little April wobble, they'd be champions right now, and it would be them who are pushing for the double, and us going, it'd be nice to win the FA Cup as a consolation prize again, like we always do. But we've got ourselves in a very strong position here, so let's not mess it up. Let's win ourselves an FA Cup as well. I don't know how many more trophies we need to win to start pushing on to the Hall of Fame, but we must be getting to the point where we're going to get there soon. Diaz plays it forward to Steinman. Jackie into Soma. Oh, I was convinced he'd scored there. I even did my "he's just scored, time to celebrate" voice. And I did it prematurely. Does Gomez score there? I don't know. I'm sure lots of people will have their opinions about it, though, when they're telling me why Gomez should be playing ahead of Soma. I wish they still had polls on YouTube. They removed them a little while ago. I'd love to do a poll to see who you think we should be playing as our starting striker, whether it's Gomez or Soma. And I know some of you will say, Kev, play them both. But I'm not playing a 4-2-4. That's madness. And I'm not dropping the wingers because they're great. So playing two strikers isn't going to happen. Giladucci's just run straight into Soma there, which is frustrating because it's led directly to a United counter-attack. Bakita makes the save and Bonilla, my word. The halftime whistle, I think, blew as he was doing his circus act on the goal line. He got away with it a little bit there, though. Goodness me. Right, passionate. If we can get a goal, I make us favourites to win, because that's how football works. Right, Addo picked up a knock in that first half. He seems okay at the moment, but we have got Ricardo and Ariel on the bench who could both slot into that role if need be. You know what? We're going to go attack him. We've spent most of the season attacking with this formation. There's no reason to start chickening out now. We've already seen against Manchester City in the final game of the season yesterday, or the day before, whenever it was, that we don't score very much when we're balanced. We've got to attack if we're going to score. And we've got to believe we're the best team in the country. We've just won the league. So there shouldn't be anyone in England that we fear now. And we've won the FA Cup before, so there shouldn't be any fear there. Let's go and try and win this football match. Diaz to Da Silva and Addo. Back to Da Silva again. Why is this a highlight? Jackie picks it up deep. He's got Arango who's overlapped over one side of him, but Jackie's going to do his diagonal run to put Cook in, and he does fantastically. Soma needs to get a move on to catch up with him and didn't get there in time, so Cook goes it alone, and it's just a shot directly at the Manchester United goalkeeper. I feel like we could have probably done a little bit better with that move. And it's a shame that we didn't. Right. Show some passion. Come on, there's got to be a goal in this. We drew 0-0 on the last day of the season. We can't be doing a 0-0 in the FA Cup final as well. I've just noticed as well, it's a sold-out 90,000 Wembley capacity. Less than 20,000 of them are from Bourne. Now, we know from previous cup finals that we can fill half of Wembley. Why is it that, I mean, there's just obviously so many Manchester United fans within walking distance of Wembley that they got more tickets. It seems unacceptable. There's a joke from the 90s for you. My word. Right, Gomez on for Soma. And we're going to bring Ricardo on for Cook, who's been very quiet today. Very, very quiet. But hopefully the stage is now set for Christian Gomez to prove me wrong, prove you all right, and grab himself an FA Cup winning goal. He's missed a big game, Christian Gomez. He knows how this works. He's been here before. And Gomez and Jackie linking up like the good old days. Gomez runs clear and shoots and does not score. And with 18 minutes left, it's still 0-0. We've had the better of the chances, the better of the possession. We do seem to be the better team, which is a little bit of a surprise because I was convinced Man United were probably better than us. Ariel's going to come on for Addo now as a slightly more attacking option in midfield. We're going to demand more, which is a strange thing for me to do when not losing, but I don't want extra time. Steinman does very well to win the ball back there. Jackie and Steinman trying to get something going over this side. Jackie just went absolutely flying, but it wasn't a foul, apparently. I hope he's not injured. We know how delicate that boy is. Arango not quite getting there ahead of the Manchester United player, and they've got the ball back, but they are just knocking it around their back four. So hopefully they're about to do a silly mistake and give the ball to Christian Gomez, who's getting very close to intercepting it. He's chasing around all over the place there. He's up for it. You know Christian Gomez wants an FA Cup winning goal. He loves that kind of thing. It's what he lives for. Right, they shoot wide. The game continues. Less than 10 minutes to go. I want 10 minutes of passion, but I did a demand more, didn't I? So I can't do any more shouts for now. Big long throw towards absolutely nobody, and an immediate piece of quick distribution from United because they've seen Da Silva is forward for the throw, and they have got the man over here, and there is the goal, and there is the answer to anybody who says the long throws are an exploit. We get punished for them just as often as they work. They're a bit of a coin flip that you throw into the middle of a match. It can go one way or the other, and usually against the better teams, this is the way it goes. And I think we've messed this up, haven't we? We're not going to win the FA Cup. Who cares? We won the league. Win your little trophy. We want a better one. I am far from pleased with what I've just said. I think we could have won that. And it's a shame that we've just got a little bit goal shy at the end of the season. But main thing is it was about winning the league, and we've won the league. We have now lost 3 of our 4 FA Cup finals, which is a worrying little precedent for us to set. But I wouldn't swap those 3 FA Cup wins for this 1 league title. The league title's so much more important, and we've now finally won it. Now we press on with summer transfers and building a team to really have a proper crack at Europe this time, because one thing we haven't really shown any what am I looking at? One thing we haven't really shown anything oomph-wise. That's not what am I trying to say? We've not been good in Europe yet. Where's the Champions League? There it is. We've been in it twice. We've lost in the quarter-final to Lyon and the first round to Barcelona. We need a deep run in the Champions League next year to show that we really mean business. I don't think we'll win it next year, but I do think we're in the end times for this series, because unlike Nominee to Legend this year, when we win this Champions League, we're done. I think we're probably 2 or 3 years away, would be my guess. We've got to do it with Serna Jackie in his prime, which means we've got to make sure we don't sell him this summer. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.